All right, beautiful people, marvelous people, welcome back. I'm so excited. I told you I was going to be excited this week because last week I wanted to share some things with you that I had to hold until this week. And so if you did not see last week's broadcast, simply go to marvinleblanc.com/ the word free resources. So that's marvinleblanc.com/ free resources. And you'll see all of our blogs that are listed there. So I wanted to start with that and to tell you that this week we're going to cover the 10 additional bullet points that will be covered in the upcoming class. And what's the name of the upcoming class? It's called Come Hell or High Selling for Insurance Selling Positions. Now, we had a little typo earlier, and I sent it out to some of my camp boy friends. Well, the typo said, come high or hell selling. So no, we're not going to be talking about hell selling. We're going to be talking about high performance, so that we can avoid, hell selling, if you will. So here's the additional topics for those of you that are considering if you're in an insurance position, an insurance selling position, an agency owner, a team member, an associate. This is the next 10 additional benefits that's coming up in my 6-week course. And certainly right up here you'll see some contact information. The course is not for everybody, and I don't enroll anybody into the course until we first have a discussion about what your expectations are, what is your commitments, what are some of your goals, what are some of the challenges and frustrations that you're going through, and then we'll make a decision. And if it's right for you, I'll tell you that, and if it's not right for you, I'll tell you that too. Fair enough? So here's the additional topics. How are you doing presenting your conviction step? Well, Marvin, I don't really know what you're talking about. I'm not really familiar with what the conviction step is. I don't know what step of the sale is the conviction step. I don't know what comes before the conviction step. If you have any of those sorts of questions, then this is probably the right place for you to be so that we can gain some clarity for you and make selling not so confusing. We need to know at all times where we are in the presentation. Lots of amateurs, however, will cover the conviction step. Unknowingly, they cover it at the wrong sequence in the presentation, and so it's no surprise that they're getting terribly ineffective results. We're also going to figure out from a team standpoint how to figure out who is your product leaders in your office for specific lines of business. So this is geared towards that multi-line insurance selling agency or those multi-line insurance selling, producing team members. So who is the product leader and what do they do on your team? The reason why we're going to cover that is lots of people are frustrated with not being able to max out their scorecard. And so with this strategy, we're going to max out your scorecard. Think about that. How would that feel if you could max out your scorecard? What kind of dollars does that mean to you? And what kind of dollars are you leaving on the table if you are not maxing out your scorecard? Another thing we're going to talk about that, lots of people don't like to talk about, and that's a battle-tested 2-step process to overcome your fear in the sales process. Well, Marvin, I don't have any fear in the sales process. You know what? If you lie about that, you'll lie about other things too. Okay? But if you don't have any fear at all, you should really be afraid, because what we want to do is not deny that we have butterflies flying sometimes in our presentation. Our job is to get those butterflies to fly in formation. And so that's a very important bullet point. Man, I hear about this all the time. How to get more done in less time. You know, a large amount of the challenges that I'm seeing with people struggling in the area of time, a lot of it has to do with their lack of proper decision making, their lack of judgment. And so we're going to have some hands-on into what are my mindsets that I use to stay on top of my businesses. We're going to learn the art of saying no and why you must not wait another moment to get it right. Well, say no. Well, Marvin, you know, I'm in sales. I don't like to hear the word no. Well, you might not like to hear the word no, but you need to learn to say the word no, and you need to learn a way where you can interrupt your interruptions. So we're going to talk about how to interrupt your interruptions. Learn the difference between mind-boggling and mind-bundling activities. Now, when you think of mind-boggling, imagine you've got all of those notifications on your smart device. You've got a phone ringing. You've got several coworkers that are lining up at your desk. Well, all that is nothing more to me as a mind-boggling situation. But if there's a way that you can take a deep breath and focus on the mindset of mind bundling, where we bundle our activities, where we have a significant amount of reduced interruptions, where you are actually significantly not interrupting your teammates and coworkers nearly as much. That would be beneficial not only to yourself, but it'll be very beneficial to them. Our next topic, if you're reading this and you want to become more engaged and less overwhelmed. You know, overwhelm is huge in our society right now. We've had transitions with the pandemic. We're never going back to the old normal. Forget about it. If you're one of those people that resist change, get over it. We're never going to go back to the old normal. What we're going to go forward to is the new normal. And so with people feeling overwhelmed, they can certainly check out and become less engaged. And there's no reason why you need to become less engaged. What you need is the support and wisdom and enthusiasm from a battle-tested, street-tested warrior known as Marvin LeBlanc, your consultant and coach and confidant. And actually, I'm a master of how to do it wrong. And so if you can learn all the things that I did wrong and don't do them, man, that might be of great benefit to you. If you're having anxiety and uncertainty about the future, I just want to tell you that my research will bring you back some calm. Well, Marvin, tell me about your research. Well, what I'll only tell you about is I pull from about 15,000 business owners across the U.S., across every different region, and I know what the problems are. I know a lot of your challenges. Yes, you might have some specific challenges that might be a little different, but I'm very cognizant of the pain and the frustration that you can be experiencing. If you are also a person that was once younger, highly engaged, and you had no issue at all creating your path, and now you're still too young to retire, maybe your money's not just right, maybe you're a team member that used to have some fire, and now you're a team member that's not quite having the same fire, and you certainly need a job, job and you're definitely too young to retire, or you're old enough to retire, but you just haven't done the right financial planning, so you don't have the right retirement number, and you'd like to be in a position of more control of your plan, then we're going to be talking about that, and I will be instrumental in assisting you in finding your way. Another type of person that wants to work inside and have fun with me in the Come Hell or High selling program is someone that's always thought about having a real relationship with a real world sales mentor. Now, they might have thought about it, but they may never have acted. They may have bought CDs in the past, or 8-track tapes for you older folks, or cassettes, but they never really had a close opportunity to work with a real life sales mentor. You are going to get that opportunity with this masterclass experience. The next thing that I want to share with you is no teacher, no sales coach, no mentor, no consultant can assist you with where you want to go if you don't first provide what I call the open gate. And the open gate is when you are committed to opening up your mind. You will temporarily surrender some of the old ways and traditions of what used to work, which no longer is relevant anymore, to give yourself an opportunity to open your gate, open your mind, and allow these thoughts, these practices, best practices, strategies, tips, tactics, mindsets. You'll hear things you've never heard before, and yet you could have been in sales 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years. You're going to hear thoughts about sales tactics and sales strategies and marketing strategies that no one has ever presented to you. I stand by that. Okay, so be with me in that program. Be with someone who lives and sells in the trenches on a daily basis. That's what I want to share with you today. Those were the 10 benefits that I wanted to share today. And if you feel like you or your team wants to be a part of this, you certainly can reach out to me. Perhaps this is not a good time for you and you don't want to be involved in it, but you've heard your friends, neighbors, coworkers, colleagues talk about their frustrations, and you feel like they can benefit by having a conversation with me about how I can 10x their contribution and investment into this program, then I will be forever grateful if you share that information with them. So reach out to me over here. There's a toll-free number. There's an email there. Certainly my website is shown right there. And allow us to contact each other and have an open-minded, casual 15, 20, 25-minute conversation to see if both parties are a good fit for each other. I'm Marvin LeBlanc. I appreciate you so much. I wish you peace. I wish you love. And as always, I wish you a good hot bowl of gumbo, darling. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.